Hey everyone, it's Baller Guy. Welcome back to another episode of the Sub 30 series. Today we are going to be talking about everything that has made speedruns more efficient and of course faster within the last 2.5 years. When I first made the Sub 30 series, that was in the summer of 2023. And now in 2026, much has changed. We'll start off in the overworld here. You are of course still looking for your nether enters, your villages, and pay special attention to those villages that could be within Stronghold coordinates. Remember that Spring Strats video, you can always go back and view it. But the one big thing that I want to change is you're going to be looking for these flowers right here, these Azure Bluettes, because Juke Doobs, whose channel will be in the description, has discovered something crazy. But all you need to know is that you have to grab these Azure Bluettes here. They're commonly found in these little flower patches in the plains biome, so I'd like for you to pick up maybe 4 to 6 of these, although any amount you can pick up will of course help you. And you may be wondering, why is that necessary? Well, let me show you. So in the Nether, despite the fact that my render distance is currently 36 chunks, you can see we're here at Z400, there is a fortress 85 blocks away on Z485, and we can just barely see it. I'll fly over here just to prove it. There it is, Z485. So if we go all the way back here to Z400, we're 85 blocks away, and your visibility in the Nether is not good, maybe around 96 blocks. So 85 blocks, we can barely see it. We'll move 5 more blocks back. We're 90 blocks away. And unless I really squint at it, there's no way I'm going to be able to see that fortress. And here's another 5 blocks back, and we're now 95 blocks away. There's no chance I can see that fortress at all. But here's where the Azure Bluettes come into play. Of course, there's nether fog everywhere that prevents you from seeing any further than this. But Juke Doobs has discovered something crazy. This is the recipe for mushroom stew, but if you add in an Azure Bluette, it makes a suspicious stew of blindness. You'll be wondering, why do we need that? Well, let me show you. Remember that nether fog? Blindness stew overrides nether fog completely for about half of a second to a second. So to show you this, we don't need to be at Z400 or even Z300. We don't even need to be at Z200. Let's go all the way back here. We are 300 blocks away from the fortress. And just so we're clear, we can't even see where we were standing, where we couldn't see the fortress. But now let's use this blindness stew. And yeah, of course, you still get blindness from the blindness stew, and you can't sprint during this. But when the blindness stew wears off, something insane happens right there. All of that nether fog goes away for a split second, and we were able to see the fortress. I'm going to hit F1, and you can just look at it at the center of your screen. And right about now, yep, there it was. You were able to see the fortress for that split second right there. So of course, that's how it's crafted, that's how it's used. It's going to make you be able to see everywhere above a lava lake or any place where you have high visibility, but it's not X-ray, you can't see through that kind of stuff. But this works really well when you have a lot of visibility and a lot of open space. So right here would be an excellent place to use it, and this could be very helpful for spotting everything. Even if you see a bastion where that fortress is, that does mean that there is a bastion in that quadrant and you need to go to a different quadrant. Maybe you just turn 90 degrees this way and eat the same blindness stew. It's even useful for seeing warped forest. And now for the warped forest, of course, we're still looking for several things in the warped forest. You want no layers, and you want to make sure that your warped forest doesn't have any other biome surrounding it, because if you're next to a basalt delta and magma cubes are spawning instead of Enderman, that's not good. Magma cubes don't drop ender pearls. If you're by a fortress, blazes also don't drop ender pearls. So you have to make sure you're away from a fortress, a bastion, or other biomes, because anything of the sort will soak up spawns. And make sure there's no other levels. Of course, there's no above us, and there's just this very tiny strip below us. And visibility here is another thing that I want to touch on. You'll notice in this area, there's very good visibility. There's no trees, which is awesome. But now, instead of having what I called the Enderman umbrella, we now have the Enderman tower, which is a lot more efficient. All you're going to use for this is any non-flammable block that Enderman cannot pick up. So of course, overworld wood doesn't work. Warped nylium doesn't work. Netherrack does work. Even warped logs crafted into planks does work. Nether bricks does work because, yeah, they're all non-flammable blocks that Enderman cannot pick up. And yeah, nether wood does burn like temporarily, but it doesn't burn away. So you're going to build up 4 blocks and place 1 block on all the sides here until you have something that looks like this. Now you're going to see these 3 blocks down here. You're going to remove the middle one and the top one. Just like that. And now you're going to take 3 boats. It is important to remember that you cannot make boats out of any nether wood. It has to be an overworld wood. You're going to place 3 boats in the center right here. And they will all fall through like this. Pretty cool. Next step, you're going to go on any one of the sides and build up 3 blocks with netherrack, or any other block, again, of your choice that's non-flammable and Enderman cannot pick up. Then you're going to make this little backbone, I guess I'm going to call it here. Then you're going to dig out these 2 blocks, if you want to, of course. But this will improve visibility, digging out these 2 blocks here. So now, how would you play this exactly in survival? You do need a lava bucket too, but let's show you. This is how I would play it in survival. Of course, always keep in mind that there's only 6 Endermen maximum. So once you get all 6 Endermen in the boat, you're going to place lava in that little hole in the middle right there. All the Endermen will very easily burn. And then of course you can get a fresh round of 6 more. And it is important that you do not look at a 7th Enderman, because they're going to push all the boats around. They can't get in the boat, they're just going to push the boats around, and then you can't lava them. It'll be very sad. And it is worth noting too that you can set up this exact warped setup on a tree. So you can set it, as long as you make a staircase up to the tree, you can actually set this up on a tree. And if you use lava right here, like I do, the Endermen will actually get hit by lava before they enter the boat, and they're going to teleport all around. So it is important that you only pour the lava into this slot right here after the Enderman teleports into the boat. Once the Endermen do that, you can feel free to dump your lava, and all the Endermen will die. They will not teleport out, and they will take lava damage. It's very, very easy. It's a lot more efficient than the sword, and it's just so much easier. You can see we can just get waves of Endermen in the boat at the same time, and they're all going to meet their end. Now, if you'd like to go down and check pearls, do not land on the boat, land on a vine, but you can place a warp vine, you can check your pearls, and you can easily get back up using these warp vines to get right up here. It's so easy. So we have 11. So of course, we'll need to get more if this was a real run. Wouldn't like to leave on 11. I like to punch the air. I'm not really sure, really. Oh, there goes Netherman. Bye-bye. I like to punch the air too. Just a thing I do. Doesn't really help out. We need just a few more Endermen here. And I think we're good. So we can feel free to lava them. And of course, I'm trying to get that last Enderman. You can see it teleporting all around here. I'm trying to get it into the boat. And that guy's still mad at me. But we definitely have enough. We have 15 pearls. So we leave. And once we make it back to the overworld, I can show you the final thing that has changed. Not much has changed there, but one thing has. In the Stronghold. So more specifically in the end portal itself. So runners used to do this. We come up to the end portal, place 1 block in the middle, and then if you fill up all the eyes, this happens now. Yeah, you get stuck crouching, and you'd have to waste a couple of seconds getting out of the middle of this end portal because the end portal now pushes you down. It's not good. But we do have one way to avoid this, and that is just to place 2 blocks like this in the center so you can fill it up, and you'd actually go right through into the end. So let's try that again. And of course, one more thing has changed for the better, and that is the 1 cycle. Also, yes, you can use a spear as a crit bug. It's totally fine. So, pretty cool. Spears are cool and a very useful crit bug. They're the easiest crit bug ever. So we now have waterbed. You don't even need lava. So let me show you the new waterbed 1 cycle. This is pretty cool. So I'm going to go a little fast. This is a full speed 1 cycle. But watch this. You can use the spear as a crit bug. Hit the dragon a couple times. Then you build this little contraption. You can place the water on the backside here. I always place a block there for stability. And if you blow up those 3 beds in quick succession, the Ender Dragon does die. So that is everything that has changed within the last 2.5 years. And I hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.